Hi, I'm Leslie, and today we're going to learn about patterns. What is a pattern anyway? Well, a pattern is an arrangement of colors or shapes that repeats over and over, like the lobster pattern on this shirt I'm wearing. Can you see? We can find patterns just about everywhere. At the St. Louis Art Museum, we can find patterns when we look at the walls. And even when we look around Sculpture Hall. Next time you're at the St. Louis Art Museum, you can search for patterns too. Today, educators from the museum will help us to look at patterns in art from West Africa. Are you ready for an art quest? Great, let's get started.
Hi, my name is Lisa, and I'm excited to be with you today. Now, let's look at patterns in art from West Africa. Please feel free to pause this video at any time to take a longer look at the art, gather materials, or talk with the people you're with. These works of art make use of earlier artistic practices in West Africa, and they continue to inspire today's world of fashion, art, and design. Fading cloth shows the artist's interest in West African kente cloth. Traditionally, kente is made by stitching together strips of cloth woven on a loom. The colorful cloth can be worn by men and women and is known for its bold patterns. Colors woven into kente cloth can be chosen to convey distinct meanings. Let's take a moment to observe this work of art. What colors and shapes do you notice? How do the shapes or colors repeat themselves? What kinds of patterns can you find in this work of art? Look carefully and describe the textures you see. This work of art is titled Fading Cloth, and it was made by the Ghanaian-born artist Ella Natsui, the son of a kente cloth weaver. Gold, red, yellow, and silver shimmer across the surface of fading cloth. At first glance, the colors and patterns resemble the kente cloth. Although it looks like a large cloth, this work of art is made from discarded heavy foil bottle tops, which were flattened and stitched together with copper wire. Ella Natsui transforms discarded everyday items into something new. His work explores many ideas, including recycling and reusing materials, the human impact on the environment, and the history of colonial trade in Africa. What sort of found materials would you use to make an artwork of your own? Now let's look at another work of art from the museum's collection that was also made in Africa. Look closely at this fabric. What shapes and colors do you see? Describe the patterns you notice in this work of art. This work of art is called wrapper, Adiri Iliko. Adiri Iliko is a fabric dyeing technique that originated in Yorubaland in southwest Nigeria. A wrapper is a type of cloth made to be worn as a garment. It is wrapped around the body and secured by twisting the ends together. Adire is the name given to the dark blue or indigo cloth made by using resist dye techniques, and Adire Ilico refers to hand-painted designs. In the past, these designs were primarily made by women, with knowledge and skills often being passed down through generations. Today, this art form can be seen in other parts of Africa, where Yoruba people have settled, and wrappers are made and worn by both men and women. To make a wrapper like this one, the artist painted patterns on cloth using a starch paste made from the root of a cassava plant. After the designs were drawn on the cloth using the paste, it was left to dry. When the cloth was dry, it was dipped in an indigo dye bath. When the cloth was all dry again, the starch was washed out to reveal the patterns. Where designs were drawn on with starch paste, the cloth stayed its original color, and where no paste was applied, the cloth turned blue. Adire cloth is still being made today, but in recent years, the cassava starch paste has been replaced with wax. What similarities or differences do you notice between these two works of art? Please visit the museum's website at slam.org. That's SLAM.org to learn more about these and many other works of art in the museum's collection. Let's use our observations of the works of art we just explored to inspire our own art making. Now, Pratima will demonstrate how we can use recycled materials to make a block print. Arrange the recycled or found materials on a piece of cardboard. This becomes your printing block. When you are satisfied with the arrangement, glue them in place. Apply paint to the surface of the materials, or dip the block gently in the paint. You can reuse your printing block several times if you want to make multiple prints. Simply add more paint to your block, press the block firmly on your new piece of paper, and lift. Don't have paint? No worries, you can use markers, crayons, or pencils and create patterns by drawing and coloring. Using a hole punch or a pencil, make 2 or 3 holes along the edges of each print or drawing where you want them to join. Connect the prints or drawings using string or yarn. To create a collaborative work, a family or a community group could decide to have each member make their own print or drawing. Then you can punch holes in each print or drawing and stitch them together to create one larger collaborative work for the group. Here are 2 different ways you can make your prints. These were made by applying paint to the block and then making a print. And this one was made by creating patterns with drawing materials. We would love to see what you make. Please share your creations by using the hashtags STLArtMuseum and SlamArtQuest. Thank you for joining us today. Keep exploring and making art, and we hope you will visit the museum soon.